Vanishing Point, a novel by Keith A. Kenel, 9 of 101. By the time the girls got to Ms. Yule, she was having a whispered discussion with Mr. Lance. "Well, he could just be out for a walk," she said to the gym teacher. Pulling a walkie-talkie from the hip bag playground monitors carried, she added, "Why don't I talk to Suzanne up in the office while you casually walk over in that direction?" Mr. Lance bit his lower lip, nodded, and said, "Yeah, I think I will. I'm sure it's nothing, but I don't like strangers hanging out by the school, especially during recess. And he is smoking on school property. I'll be back," he added. Skylar and Sarah waited until the two teachers were through talking before Skylar asked, "Ms. Yule?" Ms. Yule held up her spindly finger and declared, "1 minute." Suzanne, the 50-something, ultra-thin Latina with jet-black dyed hair set into her walkie-talkie. "We have an adult male just outside the school fence. Jim is walking over to investigate." After a short pause, Suzanne Layer's voice cackled back over the walkie-talkie. 10-4, Sean. I'll keep my eye on them. Have Jim buzz me back when he's through, please." "Will do, Suzanne. Out," Ms. Yule declared in the walkie-talkie before redirecting her attention to Sarah and asking, "And what did you want, Sarah?" "Just a 4-square ball, please, ma'am." "You mean a red rubber ball? Fine," she said, grabbing a ball while watching the stranger and Mr. Lance conversing by the fence. "Just be sure to bring it back when recess is done." "Yes, ma'am," both girls intoned. Sarah started to walk away, but Skylar remained rooted to Ms. Yule's feet, staring at the two men by the perimeter 3-foot-tall chain-link fence. Ms. Yule, noticing the girl was still there, demanded, "Is there something else you need, Skylar?" No, thank you, Ms. Yule." Ms. Yule looked down her nose at the girl, wrinkled her brow, and shook her head before returning her attention to the approaching Mr. Lance. Skylar walked a few feet away and bent to tie her shoe as Sarah rejoined her friend a few feet from where the two teachers stood in powwow. "Are we going to play?" Sarah asked. "Recess doesn't last very long." Skylar shot her friend a furtive glance, pantomime shushing, and ticked her head in the direction of the two teachers. Ms. Yule looked at the girls, tilted her head, and demanded, "Is there anything else, girls?" "No," Skylar said, standing up and brushing off the knee that had been in contact with the ground. "Thank you." Sarah stood to an empty 4-square grid and turned quizzically toward her friend, who lagged yards behind. "Skylar, what are you doing? Recess is almost over." Skylar shuffled slowly to Sarah, her head pivoting between her direction of travel and the whispering Ms. Yule and Mr. Lance. "You see that man over by the fence that Ms. Yule and Mr. Lance keeps looking at?" Sarah glanced at the stocky, brown-haired, brown-eyed, late-20s aged man standing just outside the playground's perimeter fence. "Uh-huh," she responded with a gravelly voice, head tilted to the side in impatience. "Well, he looks exactly like my daddy." "Oh, so?" Sarah asked. "I mean, I'd swear he is my daddy. Except my daddy's dead."